Hi, my name is Maria Daniel, and I was born in Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua, the other side of El Paso, Texas, where up to this date more than 10,000 women have been killed when they leave the factories at night. They haven't figured out who has been doing all these killings, and it continues to this date. I was moved to Colorado when I was 7 by my parents, in which I found out that there were other languages and that there was snow. It was a great childhood growing up in Colorado where there's a lot of snow and we had horses to ride and swim in the lake. It was a way that all children should grow up. It was fantastic. After that, I was moved to a little village in Mexico where there wasn't any water, electricity, toilets, showers. Very primitive. We had to carry water from the rivers home to drink and also take our clothes down to the rivers to wash them on stones. We sprinkled the soil inside the homes with water and swept, and it was pretty incredible to be living with a house with floors made out of dirt. Also, there were a lot of weddings and a lot of celebrations, and it was a great way to grow up as a teenager. After that, I moved to the city, in which I started meeting a lot of people, and they nominated me to be queen of the university there, and it was pretty nice being popular and being known by a lot of people as I went into the city, hearing my name shouted when I walked to certain areas. So that helped me as far as my confidence and coming to the States and being very comfortable with myself. I started working for a major bank in Los Angeles, and that was in my 20s, and it was very dangerous in Los Angeles. In the period of 7 years, I almost got shot with a gun, but someone else took the blow. And during the Olympics, I was knocked down on the streets of Los Angeles and kicked by two young teenagers. And I was walking into a store, and this man followed me with a knife, and the security guard stopped him, and they told me afterwards when I was coming out. So it was rough living in Los Angeles, but nothing was rougher than or dangerous than living in Israel during the Gulf War. I was there, and we received our gas masks and were told to stay indoors for a month with sealed rooms, and I actually went outside one day just to see what it was like outside. And old Jerusalem was normally packed with tourists, and on that day the streets were empty, and it was eerie to see it that way. So I had my two sons in Israel, and two daughters prior to my sons in Florida. When I returned to the States, I had my three daughters, and so in total seven. In 2001, I raised my children as a single mom, and it was very hard and challenging, but my love for them always gave me a way to have a roof over their head and food and clothing. All my kids did really well as far as their education. My oldest daughter is a speech therapist, and she helps kids in Israel with using horses as therapy. My other daughter is a psychologist, and she is pursuing her PhD in Israel as well. I have a daughter in Stanford, and my two sons will be finishing up in SBCC and transferring to the university in San Diego or other universities. They're very smart young men as well. And my two youngest daughters, they're hoping for Harvard or Stanford. They have always done very well in school. So my chapter in life of raising my children is almost over, and now it's time for me to pursue my goals that I had when I was in my 20s, and that is film production. I hope to make very interesting, amusing, incredible films for the theater, and also documentaries around the world, and also do some fine photography on the side and start my own newspaper company. So There have been a lot of challenging times in my life, but if you set your goals and don't lose that vision, life gets better. Around the corner, there's always something good just waiting for you, so never give up. I also wanted to mention that during those stressful times throughout my life, like some men do, I started to lose some hair, like right around here. And my friend who had cancer had beautiful hair, and I asked her what she did, and she gave me the name of the shampoo, and I used it 2 weeks ago. And this morning I realized that I have all this little hair just growing out, when normally people pay $10,000 to have it transplanted, but this is a shampoo that in 2 weeks it grows so much hair. So that's pretty exciting. Thanks. Have a great life.